Hello, Yankees Nation. Welcome back to your go-to source, New York Yankees News Network, the channel that bleeds pinstripes just like you. Today, we're diving into some just-surfaced updates straight from the Bronx Bombers camp, and trust me, these are piping hot. From lineup stumbles to trade buzz to a top prospect staring down Aaron Judge, it's all happening. So if you're a true Yankees fan, this is a video you absolutely can't afford to miss. And hey, if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a single swing, pitch, or play from the Bombers. Now let's get into it. And trust me, you'll want to watch all the way to the end. Update 1. Yankees fall flat as Allan Winans crumbles in unexpected start. Offense silent after Judge's blast. The New York Yankees stumbled out of the gate in their latest series against the Cincinnati Reds, and it was a performance that had Bronx faithful shaking their heads. With Ryan Yarbrough sidelined, marking the fifth starting pitcher to miss time, the Yanks turned to non-roster right-hander Allan Winans to make a spot start in a notoriously hitter-friendly ballpark. At first, it looked like a fairy tale was unfolding. Winans cruised through his first inning, retiring all three batters and even striking out T.J. Friedl on just 9 pitches. And how about Aaron Judge? The captain launched his 28th home run of the season in the first inning. A moonshot that left the bat at a steep 40-degree angle, his highest of the season. At that moment, it felt like the Yankees had momentum. But then, as quickly as the highs came, the lows hit even harder. The offense vanished after Judge's solo blast. Giancarlo Stanton's laser single? Stranded. A golden chance with runners on the corners in the second? Gone with back-to-back strikeouts. Cody Bellinger opened the third with a double, but again, the Yankees failed to bring anyone home, even though Nick Lodolo, the Reds starter, was clearly on the ropes with 53 pitches by the second inning. On the other side, Winans began to unravel. After 2 solid frames, things got rocky. An 89.6 miles per hour fastball right down the middle to Elly De La Cruz, crushed for a run-scoring triple. Just 1 pitch later, boom, a 2-run home run by Gavin Lux. It all fell apart in the blink of an eye. The Yankees had 12 chances with runners in scoring position. Want to guess how many they converted? 0. Zilch. Not a single one. From Paul Goldschmidt getting robbed at the wall to Stanton striking out in clutch moments, this game was a frustrating mix of bad luck, poor execution, and 0 timely hitting. And while the bullpen held it together for a bit, shout out to Ian Hamilton and Tim Hill, the offense continued to sputter, and a late homer by De La Cruz and a sloppy infield play tacked on insurance runs for Cincinnati. Final score? Reds 6, Yankees 1. Final frustration level? Through the roof. With the Tampa Bay Rays just 2 games back, every loss counts double now. The Yankees need to bounce back fast, and that responsibility now falls to Carlos Rodon, who's eyeing an all-star bid as he takes the mound tonight against hotshot Reds rookie Chase Burns. Update 2. Yankees eye familiar face for infield depth. Could Isiah Kiner-Falefa return to the Bronx? Just when you thought the Yankees' infield rotation couldn't get more complicated, boom, here comes a report shaking up the rumor mill. According to the latest from USA Today's Bob Nightingale, both the New York Yankees and the San Francisco Giants are actively monitoring former Yankee utility man Isiah Kiner-Falefa as a potential trade target ahead of the deadline. And yes, it looks like there's serious interest brewing in the Bronx. Now let's talk facts. IKF hasn't exactly been tearing the cover off the ball lately. In his last 42 plate appearances, the versatile infielder has posted a measly 0.389 on-base plus slugging. That's ice cold, even for a bench bat. But here's where it gets interesting. Offense has never been IKF's primary value. His calling card? Elite defense, positional versatility, and high baseball IQ. And remember, this isn't a stranger. Yankees fans know Kiner-Falefa well. He was a full-timer at shortstop in 2022 before stepping into a super utility role in 2023 once Anthony Volpe took over shortstop duties. His ability to slide between second, third, shortstop, and even the outfield makes him a natural fit in Aaron Boone's rotating puzzle, especially when injuries are stacking up. Let's not forget, Oswaldo Cabrera is currently sidelined with an ankle fracture, and DJ LeMahieu is still trying to find his rhythm post-injury. Oswald Peraza, unproven and inconsistent. Bringing IKF back might not just be a nostalgia play. It could be a practical depth upgrade. But there's a twist. Kiner-Falefa is currently with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the price tag, though not enormous, is still something to consider. He's in the final year of a 2-year, $15 million contract. The Yankees would be on the hook for a bit over $4 million, but with the Bombers already deep in luxury tax territory, that would cost them a whopping 110% tax penalty on any added payroll. So acquiring IKF would actually cost the Yankees over $8 million when you factor in the penalties. Still, this front office has made it clear they're not playing small ball. The Yankees are firmly in the win-now window, and depth could be the difference between a deep playoff run and a wild card heartbreak. Add to that the rumors swirling about a bigger infield move, possibly bringing in a starting caliber second or third baseman, with Jazz Chisholm Jr. sliding into the open spot, and IKF becomes less of a headline and more of a glue piece. What's more, the Giants are in the mix too. With injuries piling up and their own infield depth tested, San Francisco's recent trade for Rafael Devers complicates things, but they may still want a veteran like IKF to stabilize their bench. So will the Yankees pull the trigger? Could we be seeing a Bronx reunion with Kiner-Falefa soon? One thing's for sure. With the July 31st trade deadline approaching fast, the Bombers are watching and waiting, and so are we. But speaking of watching, Update 3 features a young flamethrower facing Aaron Judge in his MLB debut, and it might just be the wildest storyline of them all. Update 3. Chase Burns' MLB debut turns into showdown versus Yankees. Top prospect faces Bronx pressure. Baseball dreams don't get much bigger or more intense than this. Chase Burns, the #1 prospect in the Reds organization and #3 pitching prospect in all of baseball, made his long-awaited MLB debut last night. The twist? He had to do it against none other than the New York Yankees, the current American League East leaders and last year's AL champs. No pressure, right? Standing tall at just 22 years old, Burns is already carrying sky-high expectations. Drafted second overall in 2024, his minor league rise was pure fire. From Single-A Dayton to Triple-A Louisville, it took Burns only 13 professional starts to get the call. A meteoric rise that screamed one thing loud and clear. This kid is built for the spotlight. In the hours leading up to the game, Burns met with reporters and handled the moment with ice in his veins. When asked about facing Aaron Judge, Burns didn't flinch. "I know he's there," he said coolly. "Once it comes to that point, I'll lock in." And lock in he did. Burns came out firing in the opening innings, showcasing a mid to high 90 miles per hour fastball, a developing changeup that's turned into a legit weapon, and, maybe most impressively, a presence on the mound that felt well beyond his years. The moment wasn't too big, even when Judge stepped in, even when the Yankees threatened with runners on base. Burns never blinked. In fact, Reds president of baseball operations Nick Krall called the call-up a statement of intent to win, signaling that Cincinnati isn't here just to play spoiler. They're gunning for playoff spots. Burns himself echoed that confidence. "I talked about it a lot, wanting to move up quick and make an impact," he told reporters. "Now that I'm here, I'm giving it 100%. For the Yankees, facing a new pitcher with zero major league film is always tricky. You could see hitters like Paul Goldschmidt, Jason Dominguez, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. trying to figure him out in real time. Even Judge, who already went yard once this game, couldn't quite time him up again. This was more than just a baseball debut. It was a preview of the future, a future where players like Chase Burns could become serious thorns in the Yankees' side for years to come. But one debut won't define the Yankees' season, especially with Carlos Rodon, Garrett Cole, and the full rotation rounding into form. If anything, it's a reminder that baseball never sleeps, and there's always a new story around the corner. And there you have it, Yankees Nation. From a frustrating loss in Cincinnati to a possible reunion with a former Yankee and the debut of a young ace making waves against the Bronx Bombers, it's been a roller coaster 24 hours in Yankee land. As always, this is your home for all things Yankees, the New York Yankees News Network. Whether it's trade rumors, lineup changes, or game day drama, we've got you covered faster than a Giancarlo Stanton moonshot. If you enjoyed this update, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to turn on those post notifications so you never miss a beat. Drop a comment below. Should the Yankees really bring IKF back? And how would you grade Chase Burns' debut against our Bombers? Until next time, stay loyal, stay loud, and as always, let's go Yankees!